Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so the quest that we need to do in this video here, we're going to be doing Spies in the House, which is located in House Beneath. It's kind of here on the east side, and it is given by Bryson de Deneath. Now, I do want to point out, if you look at my XP sheet right now, I got 38.6 thousand XP running this quest. Now the reason I had run this first, it wasn't actually intentional. I did actually do a full recording. When I went back, it was corrupted and there was actually no video. It was just a black screen and you hearing my voice. So unfortunately, I did run it there first, but we're gonna run it again here for you guys so you guys can actually see what was going on. So we're going to hop down here. Now it is a bit of a longer quest and a little bit confusing to get your way through this. Let's pop our hireling. Now there are a couple of things that definitely help in this one here. The first being have something that can avoid spells, something like the Pale Lavender Ion Stone, that or a very high electricity resistance, and a fortitude save. So the first thing we get in here, I'm just going to pop to this. We have a very long drop. Generally speaking, I'll use my buffs along the way. But here, I'm actually going to take off Featherfall, kind of speed that up a little bit. There is water, so as you can see, it is safe to do so. Now, right on after we get through the water, there are a couple of enemies right here. In Epic, you'll also find a water elemental there as well. So first thing, we need to pull the lever, which will open up a door coming up ahead here. Now, right at the entrance here, we have a trap box. We're also going to have two more in the left corner here. So you want to make sure you grab them. And then finally, at the top there, ooh, not facing, just up top here, right in between these two fish statues, we have another one. So if you are using like a rogue hireling, you won't be able to get this one, as when you call the hireling over to you, he's just going to fall down in the bottom. At the bottom here, we do have a valve, so I'm going to pull that. So these valves, it's one of 3 valves that I just pulled there. Now, pulling each of the 3 valves is actually going to turn on and change the way the air flows, and I'm going to point that out. So you can do the quest without that, but again, I'll show you both there. So up top here, we have 2 boxes. So this one here is actually going to turn off the traps in there, and then this one here is going to turn the ones off right here. So if you are pulling the valves, so that first valve that we pulled here is actually going to open up this gate here. And then in here, just to our right, we have some guys shooting at us here. There we go. Just up and to our right, we're going to have our second valve here as well. Now there are several points that these valves do change the way the quest is run. So if you don't get them, you do gotta go a little bit differently here. Right here. Ooh, he's a champion. I'm going to quickly give myself magic missile resistance. Alright, so there we have gone and pulled 2 of them. Our third will be right here. Now once we do, again, that's where that changes those air jets. So now that it's on, we can attempt to use this air jet to throw us up here. Like so. And even use this one to try and throw us over to that wall. Just to speed things up. And then you can make your way around. But again, I'm going to show you the other path here. So before we go up there, on this little block here, we can make our way through the little fences or gates, and there's a trap box here. From here you want to head on up. Now there are a couple of ways that you can go here. If you have the jump, you can actually just jump straight across. If, however, you do not have the jump, in order to get across, you need either to drop the bridge or to come around this way. So we're going to head around, on up. Now we're going to head to this side here, and we can actually just fall down on this side of the bridge here. From here, if you do want to drop that bridge, just head up a little ways to this second platform here and hop here. If you'll notice, this is where that air jet had thrown us here as well. And then we can cross the pipe here. And then from here you just want to jump up and try and grab that ledge. But unfortunately it didn't let us do it this time here. So I'm going to give it one more go. Just kind of taking the quick path there. Oh, and I just ran right off. Well then. So yeah, honestly, pulling that valve there gets to be a little bit annoying. And most times people skip it. The other option is heading up even higher and hopping all the way down there and just walking across. There we go. So that'll drop that. And here we are. So from here, whether the bridge is down or whatever, our next part is to head on up to these pipes. Now, if you didn't change the airflow, you are going to have some air jets on the pipes here. So just watch out for that. What we need to do is cross all the way over here and pull this so that the orange crystal is second from the right. Now again, if you didn't activate those, you won't have this air jet here. Now this air jet is going to throw you up into that back right corner, which is where we need to go. So I'm just going to run over there. Now the two ways are one real way, but you can either jump from the pipe here, or you can jump from the box. Either way, you need to jump up here, up and over. Now, you only need to do that if you didn't change the path of the airflow. If you did, all you got to do is stand up by this pipe over here, just right here, and jump. You'll use the air pressure and throw you off in the corner. From here, these are all the different ones. So if you look over there, it's second from the right, that's the one that's on. We just want to step in front. It'll throw us off to our next section. So from here, we have a few enemies. Now, one thing I want to point out here is with these skeletons, if you'll notice all the green crystals up top, over on top of the door there, as we kill these skeletons, they're actually going to start going out. So now we got 2. So I'm just gonna finish taking these guys out here. So as you see, we've only got 4, 3, and it only goes off with the skeletons. So if you're looking for a couple that you might have missed, like you've killed everyone, what it might have been is a guy might have jumped down to the bottom. I've had that happen a few times. If we get too close to the skeletal archers, they'll try and jump backwards. And as there is a lip right here, so if you're up top and they happen to jump backwards, they might jump right off the top and land on the bottom. It does make it a little bit annoying, but I do still recommend killing them, as it does open up for an optional there. So once they are all dead, it opens up the door there. Now that door, if we actually scroll up through the experience sheet here, it's going to have a prisoner. Now each of these prisoners is worth, as you see, about 860 experience. And then once you get all of them, which there are 4 total, it gives you an extra 1700. So it is a little worth it, especially considering it's not really out of the way. Now, in order to open up this door here right in front of us, which we do need to open, we just got to pull this valve here, which will turn on an air jet, pushing us over to the boxes. We also have a couple enemies over here, so just watch yourself. Pull the valve. Alright, so directly inside the door we do have another valve. Now this one is going to control the door off there. And as well, here's our guy. So because this is a second run, it is going to change the amount of experience I get from them. Oh, it did not. I still got 866. I am surprised. It does drastically change the total experience that we got, though. So you see, I got almost, what, 38,500. We're getting just 11,000 here. Alright, so through the door here, directly on the other side of the gate, we have a box. This one's actually so close that before you open up this door here, you are able to get this trap box. Now, in epic difficulty, they have a secondary trap box, which is located right up here as well. Now, up that path, once you get to this, basically this grade here, we can make a direct left and free our second prisoner. Right there. From here, that grate there is actually trapped, as you can see the trap box. Now, if we walk right up in front of it, it will actually shoot us back. So if I stand right here, it's supposed to shoot me back, but apparently it's not. Well, let's just grab that trap box. Yeah, in Epic, this one's a little bit more. It does have an air jet that kind of throws you back, so it does get a little bit annoying. If you just kind of walk up and around, you can get it from this side. At the very top of this waterfall here, we have a small platform, which is going to have some skeletons spawning in, as well the back there by the ladder. As well, you can kind of see them coming in now. There are going to be some air methods. So just watch yourself, as once you get up to the top here to fight the skeletons, the air methods are usually within aggro distance and will start coming at you. At the bottom here, there is a trap. Now this trap can spawn on any of these 3 like walls of pipes. So if you search in the center, you're usually bound to find them. From here, up the ladder. So once you grab that trap box, it turns off the electricity traps in the climb here, making it safe. At the very top, we do have a few enemies here. So you can see them down the hall as well as directly to our left here. Take out the guys that I can see here first. Now, if you want to get the full breakable bonus that you are able to, unfortunately it's not the full ransack bonus. There are 4 boxes right back there. Now you can get them either by using like a fireball type attack and just kind of aiming at the pipes. There we go. Or if you don't have that, you do need to kind of jump and land over in that hole there. Now there are 2 ways to do so. You can either just jump to here. Now that is a little tough. You do need a large amount of jump. Or you can use an air jet. Once you get over there, if you'll see right there, there is also a chest. Now the chest is locked. If you do have that, you can unlock the chest. It is just a random loot chest. To turn on the air jets, actually all you need to do is to open up this door here. And that will turn them on. You also have a lever inside, which will turn them on and off. If you need to help someone get up the ladder, I know I myself typically have an issue if their jets are on and I'm climbing up that ladder. Alright, so from here, a little bit forward, a couple of skeletons. There we go. There we go. Alright, so from here, directly to our right, we have a valve for our 3rd prisoner. We also have a lever on this back wall which will open up the door there. And this valve right here, so if we just entered directly to our left, we have a lever with a chest with just some random loot inside here for us. Alright, so now we have a shrine, if you require, and then to our next section. Now this section here, so this is another part where the airflow changes. So if you didn't turn off the air jets there at the start like we did, there's actually, generally speaking, and I do say generally because it's not always there, but an air jet that can possibly throw you across to that other side there. Which does help you to avoid the floor right there. So just one moment here, I'm gonna see if I can't take out some of these, or all of these archers. Cool. Alright, so this electric floor is where I was talking about at the beginning, where you do want electrical resistance. Even with electrical resistance, the floor hits like a truck. So you do want to do your best and avoid it. Now the easy way to avoid it is you just walk around the edges on this raised like little concrete bit here, or on the wood section there as well. That's also a safe spot. Now unlike most traps, this trap isn't actually reflex based at all, going more with the fortitude actually. Alright, here. So I got that. Let's get myself these. Alright. So you'll notice I gave myself a death ward and a magic missile. We are going up against a caster here who does like to use those spells. Now there are a couple of ways to get to him. You can either head up and around the waterfall there, or you can actually just hop on up, climb the ladder. He'll be located right in that room there. Or sometimes he'll actually run right at you, depending on whether or not you get his aggro when these guys run past. Once he dies, I'm actually going to run inside here. So right now, this door here is closed. The moment he dies, it actually is going to open up that door there for us. Right there. And as you can see, we do have some enemies right on the inside. Alright, there we go. Inside his little chamber rooms, we do have a lever, which you do need to pull,
Hear a metal portcullis slide open in the distance.
as well as another random loot chest. We also have a few breakables here. Now, if you do want to get the breakable bonus, the best one that you can, which is Vandal bonus, which is the tier 2, you cannot miss any of these breakables. As basically there's just enough breakables to get that second tier reward. Alright, so from here, we can actually shoot these boxes here. If you don't have range, you can just run across the top and get them that way. Alright, so from here, heading along the path, we would need to head directly left and pull this valve here. And then we need to head in there. So if you were lucky enough to get blown all the way across here to this side from over there, unfortunately you do still need to hop on down that direction and go up around, because you do need to kill that red named enemy there. If he doesn't die, some of the stuff doesn't unlock, allowing you to continue. Alright, so from here we need to head inside. There we go. Grabbing the breakables and then eventually grabbing this valve here. Potion of invisibility, we'll take that. So, I do want to point out this ladder right here at the top of it. If you go all the way around to the end, we do have a couple of shrines there. So if you do need a shrine, you can just use that ladder up there. It is a safe spot. To continue on though, we do need to climb up this ladder here. Now if we've gone through and pulled all the right valves that we've needed to up to this point, like the ones there that I've shown you, it'll actually open up the gate here with our fourth and final prisoner. So there we are. And you get that bonus experience as well as a bonus chest here as well. The chest is always there, so even if this is the only person that you grabbed, you'll still grab that chest. You'll just miss out on all that extra little experience there. So from here, we need to hop across to this long pipe and actually run all the way over here, pull this, which will turn that one off and turn on the air jet there. All the way at this air jet, we do have another control box. Now that will deactivate these traps here. Easy way to know if they're on is if the light is still green. If it's still green, then the traps are still up. If they're red, the traps are down, and it is safe to go on up. Now here can be a little bit annoying. It does like to throw you around, like as I'm sure you saw with the screen right there. It kind of gets really wonky when those air jets are throwing you around. Now this electric floor, there is kind of no way around it. We do need to cross it. However, there is a little bit of a tip here. If we choose to run from this pipe right here, we will be running on that electric floor from right here. So I'm just gonna, as you see, touching it, already getting hit. Just gonna give myself a little top up there. If, however, we actually go on this side, we can get all the way up to about these pipes here, giving us a little ways in already. I'm just going to toss her on the passive so she doesn't try to follow. And we just need to run up to these boxes and hop on them. So there we are. So as you see, we only got hit once. Most times you'll get hit once, maybe twice. But if you choose to run right from the hireling, you usually get hit by about 3 times. So it's just an extra time that you get hit, possibly twice depending. From here you just want to climb up. Now we do have this air elemental. Now this one kind of sucks, as you can't actually shoot them from here. If you look carefully, you'll see my arrows or my bolts just kind of right in front of us here. There is kind of that invisible wall. If you use blast type damage like fireballs, they also explode on impact, but will be able to hit the air elemental. Now, air elementals in typical air elemental fashion, they're dicks and like to throw you around. So the easiest way is to just hop up there, kill him as quickly as you can. If he does knock you down, when you get to these boxes, don't climb up to this top level here, because on this section, he can still hit you with that air thing and throw you around. But if you're down, like on this side here, or even down here, basically anything not on this level, you would be able to use those like fireballs or something like that. Shoot him up there, it'll hit the roof, but it'll also damage him as it is blast type damage. Alright, at the top we do have some fire elementals. We do need to kill them, as it is a requirement for completion, as you see in our quest objective. Slay the elemental guardians, that would be these guys here. And from here we also have, as you see, we have 3 green crystals there, 3 green crystals here, so we do got to pull these valves. Before I do, again, I'm just going to give myself a top up. Alright, now there is kind of an order to these here. As you see, these two sides are trapped and do cold damage. If we pull the one that doesn't have anything, it'll actually turn off this one here. From here, it'll turn off that one there, making it a safe path for us to get through all 3 of them. Once you're done, it does turn on an air jet there and kind of some traps, brings back the traps over there. Alright, this section. Air jets, which are annoying because they will toss you over there, generally back onto the electric floor. To avoid that, what I tend to do is kind of edge myself to the side, wait until all 5 go off, right here, and I start running, and then I just hop myself down to these boxes. If I'm not sure I'm going to make it, I'll even just hop down to the floor. I'd rather get hit once on the floor intentionally than getting tossed over there, having to run off across the floor and get hit like 3 or 4 times. From here, step on the vent, it's going to toss you up. Now we got another floor here. Now this one, as you can see, some ice buffets. Alright, as well as a trap here, so if you're not careful and get everything that you need to get, you can get hit by this trap. Alright, so from here, again, electric floor. However, if we kind of hug this wall, this side of the hole here, we can actually make our way to almost at the boxes. So, still got to get hit once, but once is not too bad overall. From here, if you notice, we do have a valve here. It is kind of protected, but we actually do not need to pull that. Just heading across this kind of skinny little pipe here, and simply just climbing right up the ladder. So the valve over there is just like a dud, like it's a diversion. Alright, from this point here, we can hop up onto these and climb up the ladder there. However, we got a couple of breakables right here. Directly to our left here, we are going to have a control panel. Now this actually controls a trap up top there. You'll see the 2 valves. One of them activates a trap, one of them turns on and activates this as a bridge. So if you get the trap box now, you don't have to worry about getting hit by that trap up top there. We have a couple more breakables there. Now on Epic, you'll also have some enemies in here as well, and then a shrine. So there are 2 ways to get across. We can actually come across here and just jump right to that one. That one's a little bit trickier, especially if you're experiencing a little bit of lag. Reason being if you'll actually look right there, it's a hole all the way down to that first electric floor. So if you miss the jump or you lag, you'll fall. This one here, though there is still a gap, you will only drop to that first electric floor, and if you position yourself right about here, you'll just fall down onto the pipes there instead. So from here we want to cross and jump. Again, there is a little bit of gap. Alright, now on Epic, you are going to have some enemies at the bottom once you get up to the top here. As well, you also have some water elementals that have spawned on some of these pipings up here as well. So just watch yourself. Okay, so once we round the corner, we got these two gargoyles here. Now, these guys are hilarious. When you approach them, they start a dialogue. And you can choose, as you see, we got the right valve right now. We can actually choose to just run right across and ignore them. Or you could just watch the dialogue. Honestly, I love their dialogue. It's hilarious. And the other fun thing is, once they're done their dialogue, they actually start combat. However, they start combat with each other. So if you don't get involved, so I am going to back up here once we're done a little bit. So he says he's going to kill him. Bring it on, Stoneface. So we're going to back up. They're going to just start beating on each other. And as you can see, bottom right hand corner, they do actually damage each other. Now, if you do intervene, you know, you can step in and start attacking. Once you do, it will pull the aggro off. And they are just going to start attacking you. But again, you can just ignore them and let them do that. So this right one turned on the bridge, the left one turned on the trap. I don't know if it's always like that. Generally, like I said, I always just get the trap at the bottom. Don't gotta worry about any of it. So on Heroic, these are our last two enemies right there. On Epic, just inside this door, you'll have a few more right over there by those rocks at the end. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. As you'll see, we're still only at Mischief. In order to get the full bonus, I also think I might have missed a couple of boxes, but we'll see. In order to get the full bonus, you'll actually have to hug the left side here and grab the boxes there. So as you see, I did not miss them. So we got 22 total boxes, and you need 21 in order to get Vandal. Now, once you're at that and you kill everybody, grab your loot, you can walk around the corner. Now, if you get too close, it'll auto-complete. So as you see, we only got 16,500 for a second run. That first run there, I did get 38,000. So as you see, it does drop off a lot, and both times I did do it on Reaper 1. As you see, this quest does take a little bit of time. On Epic, you'll also have your Epic chest here as well. Now, for exiting the quest, there are two ways to exit. Well, three ways, technically. You can finish out. You can use D-Door and head to the start, and then step out through that door. Or you can click on this pipe. Now, if you use the first two methods to either just recall out or use the D-Door to go to the start, it will port you out right outside the quest. If you choose to click this pipe here, as you see, tunnel to the harbor, it will take you out to the harbor. So obviously, that's not where the quest giver was, so we're just going to recall out and go there. But anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one, all.